Good morning, Oklahoma. It's BMO. Normally, I'd be doing the morning update as far as your weather, but I did post an image earlier about the trace to zero point 0.3 inches of snow possible. Looks like majority will probably be in northwest Oklahoma. You might see some sneak one down into west central Oklahoma. Doesn't really look like it'll sneak too much further than that. It's all depending on a slight cold front that'll be moving through at about the exact same time. What I'm actually going to talk to you today about is a little bit of the history about OWW. A lot of people don't understand who we really are, um, or what purpose we serve because they feel like they could get the information from the National Weather Service or Twitter or wherever they get their weather information. So let me just explain to you first off. If you're still listening to this recording at this time, I appreciate your time and patience. My name is Brian Morris, and I go by the name BMO. As you know, I am the founder, actually co-founder of Oklahoma Weather Warriors. My wife is the other co-founder, JMO, or Joe Morris. She really kind of pieced this whole group back together after my first group started to falter. My first group was known as the Southwest Oklahoma Storm Trackers. I had a couple of people out of Hobart, Oklahoma helping me with the group, and I had a few other people helping me, along with a media outlet that shall remain nameless because that whole entire thing exploded, basically imploded, and from that point on, it just escalated. Uh, People were saying, well, you shouldn't trust false meteorologists, and you shouldn't issue out your own warnings, and this and that. Um, so since that time, uh, Oklahoma Weather Warriors came along and it's really evolved into something more than I really thought it would. Overall, Oklahoma Weather Warriors has become much more of a huge project, and I feel as though it's in a way just in the beta stages. I don't feel that it's completed yet, or it'll ever get completed, in my opinion, because it's always evolving, it's always changing, it's always becoming something completely different in the aspect of bringing the best weather information that we can right to you multiple ways: Twitter, Facebook, etc. Um, in my opinion, I think everybody ought to have weather information first and foremost. I don't believe in hyping up a weather forecast just because, oh, there's a little bit of snow in the forecast, or there's a little bit of rain in the forecast, or there might be tornadoes in the forecast. I'm not a big fan of the hypers, and you know which one are the hypers because more than likely, if you look at us or watch our feeds or um, participate in any of the stuff on the Facebook page, you'll see the media outlets that hype up things. Very rarely do I use media outlet sources as far as weather information, reliable weather information. I do from time to time use KOCO. Damon Lane is a really good one. Um, when Gary England was around, I always loved Gary's stuff, so I kind of really miss him, honestly. And that's really it. We do follow Reed Timmer's progress, and that he's making in the field, and I'm glad to say that he's really made some progress as far as meteorology goes. He's really taken off with his project, and I'm really glad that he's helping the community, especially getting that information out there because believe me, it needs to be gotten to the correct places when people need information first, especially in a tornado situation, life endangering situation. Um, anyway, OWW. Let me tell you a little bit about us. We started out just as a small group for Western Oklahoma, and that's all we did was we tracked storms in Western Oklahoma. Myself, I've been involved with storms since I was the age of 7 and 8. I'd go out chasing with my dad out in the country. He'd chase, storms, show me things, show me tornadoes, show me where to get in events, um, that could get really life threatening, especially out in the field, where to be, places to go if need be, and things like that. I mean, of that nature. He really passed on all that information to me. He's still alive, but he passed all his knowledge on to me about that. I graduated high school in '07, and I thought that I wanted to go into the field of meteorology as far as OU. Went to OU, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it. I didn't want to be stuck behind the desk. I wanted to do kind of in a way what Reed Timmer does, what Sean Casey does. In a way, I'm kind of jealous of those guys, to be honest with you. They're out there doing this on a daily basis, out in the field, seeing this stuff firsthand. And I was going to be the guy stuck behind the desk because I can run a computer, I can read radar, all that. And so I just didn't feel that that was the direction that I wanted to go. And so I decided that about midway through the semester, I changed my major to history, and from that point on, I just followed the path of history. But while at the same time, I started attending Skywarn spotter trainings, National Weather Service trainings, all kinds of things that I could further my meteorological education, so to speak. Um, and I went ahead and did that while I was working on my history. Well, I got my bachelor's from Southwestern Oklahoma State in history education, and I became a teacher. Well, while becoming a teacher, again, I continued up on my certification. I became an advanced storm spotter with the National Weather Service. I take every class that I can get. I'm also the training coordinator for Oklahoma Weather Warriors, so I do pass that information on to our guys, which I'm hoping in 2015 everybody that we have helping us is going to be certified. That's what I'm looking forward to. And as a result, no, I am not a certified meteorologist. However, um, I've been in this long enough to kind of know what to look for. I do know how to read radar. I can give you a pretty accurate forecast based on the information and the model trends and things like that. But no, I stress that I am not a certified meteorologist, and I always make that known to everybody. I'm not a certified meteorologist. Um, if you're looking for a certified meteorologist, this is obviously not the correct page to go. But if you're looking for firsthand weather information, especially from our members that can be verified, or from our storm chasing team, the War Ponies that can be verified, um, definitely stick with us because we're going to give you more firsthand information real time than most people can give. Um, unless you're there or watching the TV, uh, immediately. Um, our biggest thing, though, especially with Facebook, is Facebook really has started limiting our posts. So if you do not have it yet, make sure that you have us listed in your interest list. Add to favorites, all that. Is because if you don't, and even get the notifications. Because if you don't, when we post something, sometimes it'll get lost and you won't see our updates for like weeks on end. Best way to handle that, honestly, if you don't want to do all that extra garbage, go to www.okwxwarriors.com or check us out on twitter.com/okwxwarriors. Our handle is at okwxwarriors. Um, Check us out there, or like I said, on our website. You can go there and immediately get what we are posting. I have our website set up to where it automatically pulls our Facebook and Twitter feeds, and anything that's posted will auto post there. It updates every 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So, now you know a little bit about me and about OWW, so let me explain to you why this all got started. Back when I started the Southwest Oklahoma Storm Trackers, I started all this because I really felt the need to kind of help my fellow man and my fellow woman, and I really had this desire. I've always had this desire for weather, and I really fell in love with it, and I just felt that by my ability to use a computer firsthand, and the gift that was given to me as far as using use of technology, I figured I would give back to the community. I don't always have the most time to volunteer for things. I'm a great cook, things like that. I mean, if it comes down to it, I can do it. I have a social anxiety fear on top of the fact that I don't have a lot of time. So I'm not one that really gets involved in social events per se, but I'll definitely help any way I can, whether it be a donation here or a donation there, or whatever I can do. That was proven right after the El Reno and more tornadoes. The Oklahoma Weather Warriors, myself, and AT&T here in Cordell actually donated a whole bunch of items to Moore and El Reno for the relief, for the victims. We also took money and donated money to the other little towns that were affected, throughout Oklahoma during that spell of tornadoes. Um, we helped pay for a regraveling of a road for a lady. Um, we provided some food for the firefighters and first responders. I mean, there was multiple things that we've done. We've been published in New York magazines for our help and interest in the weather community. I mean, there's there's multiple things that have been done to show that we are who we are. I founded this group on the firm belief that each one of the members are like my family, and I'm going to treat you like my family. I'm not going to diss on you. If you have a question, ask the question. It may be the stupidest question in the entire world, but you know what? I'm going to answer it as best as I can for you. You may come to me asking me, "Hey Brian, is it going to rain, tomorrow?" Well, of course, I'm going to kind of play with it and be like, "Hey, we don't know if it's going to rain or not, but here's what we think." You know, I can't guarantee anything, and neither can any real meteorologist. They can't guarantee you anything. They can just give you a best shot in the dark. It's not to throw any names out there because I don't want to throw anybody on their bus, but I've heard meteorologists say, well, you can get 5 to 6 inches of snow, and it wound up being 1 to 2 when we said, well, it's going to be 1 to 2. We were right and they were wrong, but that's a difference of opinion. Anyway, point being is we're here for you guys. We're not here for our gain. We've never been here to make money on this deal. This is a non-profit deal. I donate um, all of my time honestly into this, and I don't donate enough. I feel like I don't donate enough time, and that's why in 2015 there's going to be a huge revamp of the whole entire system of how everything's done. And also, we will have some shirts made up again. We'll do the shirt donation like we did last year. We didn't make anything off that. What we did was we took all the rest of the money and we donated it to not FEMA, the American Red Cross, and there was another little group. I can't think of the name off the top of the head, but they were a tornado relief group out of Norman, I believe. Actually, I'd have to look at the records, but anyway, point being is we are here to serve you guys, and myself, I know, uh, along with JMO and Mike R and Cody Foster and Jesse and Brian J and JP. We're and B when she's available. We're all here to kind of help you guys. That's our goal, is to get you the information that you need when you need it, and that's what Oklahoma Weather Warriors is all about. That and being a family. You know, um, I felt like that, especially after the more El Reno tornadoes. Um, More contact, more information was needed, and I really felt like when that happened, we covered it. B and myself, we really hit that hard. I mean, we were on top of it. We were posting information down to basically street level information. All the information I could get, we were posting immediately as it came in. We even had calls come in to us telling us, "Hey, we're trapped in cellars. Could you get a hold of the police departments, the county sheriff?" So we were really, um, in a way, we were first responders, even though we weren't there, and a lot of people appreciated it. And there's no other feeling that I can describe other than humble. I mean, I really, I don't know. I really want to say thank you to you guys for really trusting us with the information and really giving us a chance to prove ourselves. The words most accurate forecast, that's a real big span. That's real broad, because how do you know that you're the most accurate? Well, it's kind of hard to beat real time information when you get information from each one of you, and you're getting information from the war ponies when they're out in the field, and I'm getting radar data. We can confirm via radar, real time reports. We can confirm what we're seeing on radar. Therefore, we know what's going on, and so that whole entire idea of most accurate information or most accurate forecast, that's where that all ties in. And we're actually the ones that didn't come up with that. Most of you guys, the members, yeah, you've said it, time in, time out. Hey, you guys are more accurate than so and so, or you go on somebody's page and be like, hey, these guys are way more accurate than you are. So I've seen it personally firsthand, and I appreciate it. I really do. I'm just doing what I was put here to do, and that's to help others. I've got a really, really big heart, and I hope to continue giving, I guess, in a way. Because, like I said, I don't have a lot of time. I'm a teacher full time, so I do not have a lot of time to just go and go and go like I used to. But with that said, let me give you a kind of a hint to what's happening in 2015 with OWW. If you're still listening, I appreciate you. You have no idea how much that means to me. But in 2015, this is how OWW is going to open up. With the new year brings in a complete and different change for OWW. Some of the old people that were helping us, and I hate to use the word old people because it just sounds terrible, but some of the old helpers are no longer going to be with us because we have decided to go a completely different direction. And in January, I'm going to make an announcement with our new direction. And that new direction is going to be simply um, restructuring our foundation. I feel like we've really gotten away from our core values. And as a result, I'm going to bring it back together. What I mean by this is it's just going to be simple. I'm going to cut a piece of OWW completely off, and we're going to basically surgically repair it from inside out. And in order to do this, it's going to not only take us as far as the administration team, but it's also going to take you guys. I need all the help I can get, and I especially need more real time reports. I need more help out there in the field. If you chase for some community, like, I don't know, I'm just going to throw Beckham County out there or something, hit us up. Seriously, contact us, contact me, contact Mike. Um, Let us know that you do that, and let us know, hey, if you're out in the field, let us know, hey, I'm seeing this out here right now. That way we can pass this information on. This is what this is all about. This is a community. It's not just a, well, BMO or Micah or JP or Brian J show. No, it's you guys. You guys are the foundation, and without you, this whole entire house falls. So, with that being said, again, we'll do some fundraisers. I'm gonna try to get some T-shirts made up with a couple different logo designs I have in store. I hope you like the new logo. That was the Christmas present. But as always, with the times, I have more logos coming. So I like to keep things fresh and updated and new. I don't like people getting bored with it because when you get bored with it, you just you don't pay attention. So keep it fresh. Um, Also coming back in 2015 will be the GraphicCast. I'm gonna try to start doing 3 to 5 days. Can't promise that because again, my time is very limited. Especially with me going back from my master's in instructional technology. My time is going to be very limited, but believe me, I'm still going to be very active. Um, there may be days that the other guys are running things, or there may be days JMO's running it, or even someone else is running it. I do have plans on expanding um, in certain areas as far as Oklahoma is concerned, more specifically Western Oklahoma. I really could use some folks out in the Panhandle. I could really use some folks around Woodward. Really could use some folks around Enid. So if you live in those areas, definitely contact us. If you live in Altus and you want to help, definitely contact us. We pretty much have a general area from Weatherford back over to Sayre, back over to Cordell, back over to Granfield, back over to Lawton, um, confined as far as an area that we kind of know by heart because that's where most of us are from. So if you're from Woodward or Enid or Boise City, Guyman, whatever, and you want to help, definitely help us. Just shoot me a message, be like, "Hey VMO, I want to help, dude. This is what I can do," or just shoot me a message, be like, "Hey, I'm online 90% of the time, and I don't know how to read radar, but I think it'd be kind of cool to help you guys." And I'll just tell you right now, I'll do whatever I can do to kind of get you going. So if you need training classes as far as the National Weather Service of Skywarn, I'll get you all that information. If you want to learn a little bit more about the watches and warning system, I'll get you that information. Whatever it is you need, I'll help you with if you want to help us. I am the training coordinator, and that's what I do. But anyway, so we're going into that, and also going to start working on some radio advertisements. So you might start hearing some advertisements on 95.5. Trying to work on 96.5 and maybe a couple other little stations. I'm trying to get our name out there. And the biggest thing is, guys, and this is no joke, you guys can help us on that too. Share us. Tell everybody, tell your friend, tell your church, tell your pastor, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your grandma, tell your cousin from Arkansas if you have to. I mean, whoever, just tell them. I mean, even the pizza dude, seriously, you're getting a pizza delivered to the house, be like, "Hey, have you checked out the Oklahoma Weather Warriors on Facebook or Twitter? It's like, do you see the sun shining out there? Well, they told us it was going to be sunshiny and 60. And, who knows? Maybe we'll pick up some more people that way. I don't know. Word of mouth is really good, guys. You know that. Um, see, what else are we doing? 2015. Really, research and development will start picking up. And I can't really tell you any more about that right now. But I will say that research and development is going to help us in the long run because I'll be able to post live images of the radar directly on our website 24 hours a day. I'll be able to um, get the guys up and running in the field directly from our server within just a matter of like seconds. So R&D is going to be a real big thing in 2015 for OWW. And I don't know what Mike has planned. I'm sure Mike has something planned for his group. I'll probably let him tell you a little bit more about that. But as far as OWW guys goes, um, just tell you right now, be prepared 2015 because we're coming back strong. We're not letting anything stop us this time. We got accused of not knowing what we're talking about. We're gonna get people killed, etc., etc. I'm just gonna tell you right now, guys. I ain't letting that happen on my watch. Not at all. I always encourage not just using us as a source of weather information. Use the National Weather Service. Use Mesonet. Use KWTV9. Use KOCO5. Use K4. Use KSWO. Use whoever you want as far as your weather information, but have more than one source, please. Have more than one source via cell phone. Have one more source via Twitter or via whatever. Just please have more than one source. And I always stress that, especially during the spring. But anyway, that's enough of me harping. That's enough of me talking. Now you know a little bit more about OWW. You know a little bit more about BMO. Uh, if there's anything that you need from us as far as, hey, you want to help, holler at me. Seriously, send me a private message on the group and just put in there BMO. I want to help, or BMO. I don't know how to help, but there's something I want to do for you guys, etc. Believe me, because running this, guys, this group, it's definitely, I'm trying to look for the word. It's definitely satisfying, but as far as the money part goes, because I'm using all my money to do this, there's times I struggle. I mean, seriously, financially we struggle because I'm funding everything that goes on in OWW. Logos, I pay for logos. Images, as far as like videos and stuff, I pay for that. When I do the GraphiCast, I paid for the GraphiCast. I had to pay for all the software. I had to pay for, upgrades to the weather computer. I've had to pay for this and that. And no, I'm not complaining at all by any means because this is benefiting you guys. I'm just saying there's times it's definitely tough. So if you want to help in any way, seriously, just let us know because the more help we get, the better this group's going to be, the more information we can provide, and who knows? Who knows what's to hold? I've been trying to talk to the National Weather Service about becoming an official partner for the National Weather Service. That's why I use most of pretty much all of their stuff exclusively. So, you know, that's what we're trying to do. But anyway, again, enough. So, have a great day. If you get some snow, send us some pictures. If you don't get any snow, well, enjoy the day anyway. Just remember though, and this is serious. January's a coming, and it's gonna get cold. Be prepared. This has been OWW Talk with BMO. Have a great day, guys and gals and kids. Just have a good day.